All right, I just got finished looking at the Ben Gay.
A pleasant, good Thursday. Actually, it's Saturday afternoon here. I'm Rob Hipp in the broadcast booth live this afternoon from beautiful Snyder, Texas, just outside of Abilene, about 75 miles or so. And this is another presentation of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. Today, it's the Snyder Tigers versus the Roscoe Plowboys. Going to be a great game here today. And I'm running this one solo today, so it's going to be a fun one. Again, we'll have more information as the game comes along here. And as always, a big thanks to our wonderful friends over at Gridiron Glory. Mr. George Cox does a wonderful job. And a special thanks today to the Snyder ISD, a beautiful facility here for a 4A school, I believe. Wonderful facility here in Snyder, Texas. We're going to be back in just a few moments. Again, you're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports.
Roberto Vera, 1994. Matthew Gonzalez, 2012. Anthony Casper Sr., 1995. Chris Costanza, 2008. Dustin Cassie, 2010. And Michael Tomasio, graduate of 2000. Again, if I butcher your name, I apologize. The radio crew will take full responsibility for it tonight. So just come up and get with them. And for the Snyder Tigers, we have Cody Maxville, who's probably the youngest player on the field tonight, with a graduate of 2015. Jacob Benavea Mendez, 2011. Manny, 2006. Philip Burris, 2015. Joe Churchill, 1995. Joel Tarrant, 2006. Marcos Villa, 1993. Santos Gutierrez, 1993. Gene Alperon, 2012. Tavares Brandon, 2001. Danny Gunderson, 2014. Manuel Sandoval, 2010. Anthony Sandoval, 2014. Joshua Sandoval, 2012. Johnny Vasquez and Orlando Vasquez, both 2006. Nick Salazar, 2007. Adrian Alvarez, 2009. Ricky Early, 2005. Joe Garza, 2008. And Jeremy Torres, 2006. Today's game can be viewed immediately afterwards on SHNSports.com. Rob Hipp is calling the action. That's SHNSports.com.
Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp. A beautiful day for football here in Snyder, Texas at the beautiful Snyder ISD Athletic Complex here, home of the Snyder Tigers, but today they host the Roscoe Plowboys. Going to be a great game here today. Beautiful weather, a little bit windy out there, but as far as West Texas goes, we can see the wind turbines up on the hills, everything ready to rock and roll here. And a nice crowd made their way out here for this beautiful game today. We're just about 5 minutes until kickoff. We'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. Welcome to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp, and today it's the Snyder Tigers hosting the Roscoe Plowboys. A pleasant good afternoon here, Saturday, March the 12th. Beautiful weather here in Snyder, Texas for alumni football. Kickoff just moments away, about 2.5 minutes until we kick off here. A pleasant 62 degrees outside, and the winds may be a factor today, blowing at 13 miles per hour. Team captains just meeting at the center field. And the Roscoe Plowboys will be the away team. They will be in the all-white jerseys and pants with purple numbering, and the Snyder Tigers will be in their black jerseys and black pants striped with yellow and yellow numbering. And in a few moments, I would assume that we would have the national anthem, as we do at almost every alumni game so far that we've covered. Again, just moments away from kickoff here. Will be a great game today. I'm Rob Hipp, again here from SHN Sports. Honored as always to work with Mr. George Cox. They do a wonderful job throughout the state of Texas. Just had a state championship, if you will, last week in beautiful Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex just outside of Round Rock, Texas. But today we're back in action here, getting ready to kick things off. The Roscoe Plowboys on the far side appear to be kneeling in prayer right now. And I believe moments ago the team captains made their way on, but they were just going over the rules. I don't believe they have actually flipped the coin yet, so as soon as we have that, we'll have it up here for you. And now the team captains making their way onto the field from both teams. On that Snyder Tiger logo out there for the Snyder Tigers, number 44, Johnny Vasquez, the 2006 alum. And following from left to right, number 42, Joshua Sandoval, the 2012 graduate. Number 34, Manuel Sandoval, graduate 2010. And number 72, Ricky Early, 2005 alum. Out there for the Roscoe Plowboys appears to be number 6. That's Jared Villanueva, 2009 alum. And trying to look around some of these numbers here. Number 12, Anthony Castor Jr., the 2011 alumni. And there's 2 more to either side of him. Hard to see the number from up here because they're kind of turned in an awkward position right now. And the coin toss is up. It's moments like these that we wish we had a microphone down there on the field so we could pull this information in and hear what the officials are saying, but they do switch sides here now. Actually appears to be 5 captains out there for the Roscoe Plowboys. They're going to be on the right side. The Snyder Tigers will be on the left side.
Looks like Roscoe.
And Roscoe has deferred until the second half, so they'll kick off to the Tigers here to start things off. Once again, we talked about it earlier, a great turnout here for this alumni football game. Once again at the beautiful Snyder Tiger Athletic Stadium here. Very nice stadium for a 4A school. And a pleasant day outside, just over 60 degrees, 62 degrees to be in fact. The wind's at 13 miles an hour. Beautiful day for football. You couldn't ask for a better day than this. And as always, it takes us just a little bit of time to get in rhythm here and kind of learn these players, because we don't get the roster until things get kicked off. So we have to wait a little while before we can get the roster. We'll set back to receive for the Snyder Tigers alumni is going to be Danny Gunnarsson. He's the 2014 alum. So they will have the first possession here to start things off. And set to kick for the Roscoe Plowboys. They're on the right side. You can see it on your screen. The action is going to be going from right to left. And once we get a better view of that number there on the kicker, we'll, of course, have that over to you. It appears to be, from at least this angle, it's going to be Jorge Cancino, the 2004 alum. Holding the ball is going to be Joseph Epperson, the 2008. So Cancino getting ready to kick off. 3 back on the left side for Snyder. There's the official whistle, so we can get things started here.
Went back to help, along with.
And that kick is up and away, settling around the 20-yard line and picked up by Snyder, running on the right side and dancing his way around to the 30-yard line. A nice return there by Snyder.
30-yard line.
Right at the 30-yard line. That's where the Snyder Tigers are going to start with their first possession of the evening here. Just underway here from Snyder Tiger Stadium. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. We've talked about it multiple times today. A beautiful day for football here in West Texas. The Snyder Tigers will have the ball first here. Their action going to be from left to right. And the quarterback appears to be Cody Maxfield, the 2015 alum. Number 1 out there for Snyder. The early handoff to his back, and he's going to be stopped immediately for a loss. Great defense by Roscoe, plowing their way in. And Manuel Sandoval had nowhere to run on that play, a loss on the first possession of the game. And they're going to mark it back a couple, so a loss of 2 on the play. The ball now sits at the 28-yard line. Nice start by the defense for the Roscoe Plowboys. Two receivers line up on the far side, one receiver down on the near side. One of those receivers up there is Phil Burris, the 2015 graduate. Handoff to the back, running and diving his way.
That's Johnny Vasquez before he trips and falls at the.
Nice pickup on the gain there by Vasquez. He's going to be up around the 37-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short here for the Tigers. Maxfield under center, 2 backs behind him. The handoff to his back, plowing his way down across the 40-yard line, has enough for the first down. Nice opening run right there, and a good job on the run by Manuel Sandoval. Picks up the first down for the Tigers. The ball on the near side, hash mark at the 42-yard line. First down and 10 for the Tigers, breaking out of center. Manny Aparicio out on the far side, joined by another receiver. One receiver down on the near side. Maxfield under center. The handoff. Again to his back, looking to start this running game early. Penalty flag on the play. Multiple flags come out.
We got a couple of pieces of laundry on the field, so hold up.
A nice effort there by the running back, Tavares Brandon, the 2001 alum. We'll wait to see what the penalty is here on the play. Appears to be a holding play and a face mask. Those penalties are going to offset each other. Replay first down.
Against the Plowboys, penalties offset. We'll replay it down.
So again, this drive started from their own 30-yard line for the Tigers. Picking up some chunky yards here. 12 yards so far on this opening drive. 13-10 to go in the opening quarter. Thanks for joining us here on Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. We're going to look for Maxfield again at quarterback under center, 2 backs behind him. This time, the draw play, and it's going to pick up enough down to the 46-yard line.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Coming in for the Snyder Tigers, number 31, Danny Gunderson, the 2014 alum. And boy, down there for Roscoe, easy to spot. Justin Brown, the 2005 alum. He's in the neon green gloves and shoes, so won't be hard to miss him this evening. Out there on the far side, Phil Burris alongside another receiver, one down to the near side. Maxfield under center, two backs behind him. So far, they've tried to establish a running game, and they stick with the running game. And Roscoe immediately on the stop after about a 2-yard gain there. The run by Joel Tarrin, the 2006 alum.
Joseph Esparza. Epperson, excuse me.
It's going to bring up third down here for the Snyder Tigers. Ball resting at the 47-yard line, close to the half-century mark. Third and long here for the Tigers. The ball on the far side, hash mark. This time, Maxfield in shotgun, two receivers to either side. He's going to step back here looking, Maxfield scanning, and he's going to be sacked for a loss back behind the 40-yard line. Great defense by the Plowboys.
About 4 Plowboys.
Anthony Casser Jr. in there on the initial hit along a host of Plowboys, plowing their way through and setting up fourth and long here for the Tigers. It appears they're going to punt here. It's going to be 4th down and 12 and set back to receive. Are the Plowboys back around their own 30-yard line? Looks like it's Nate Jackson out there, the 2013 alum for the Plowboys. A drive that started out on their own 30-yard line, got it up to the 47 and then back to the 40, and now a penalty flag, and that's going to be, I presume, a delay of game. And that is, it's going to move the ball back another 5 here.
Timeout taken by your Snyder Tigers. That is their first of the half.
We heard timeout on the field, but I believe that was a delay of game. The officials talking things over at the 40-yard line on the eggs. So Snyder tried to establish that run game early, not able to produce a score on their first drive. However, they did get a first down as they somewhat had that running game established. The Roscoe Plowboys, give them credit. Nice job on the defense by the Plowboys. It's going to be Nate Jackson set back to receive this punt. The punt is up and away, a high punt, beautiful punt. And it's going to settle around the 30-yard line. And it's finally going to be grounded by the wide receiver Phil Burris, a 2015 alum. They're going to call it down at the 33-yard line. And so that's where Roscoe is going to take over here on their first possession of the evening with 10:52 to go in the first quarter. We're still scoreless here at the Snyder Tiger Stadium. Again, thanks for watching this presentation of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp. Again, that ball sitting at the 33-yard line on the near side. The action's going to be from right to left. Roscoe's got to remember here, there is a play clock. The official's calling for that clock to run. It still hasn't started yet. And now they finally start that play clock. First down and 10 for Roscoe. I believe the quarterback out there is Philip Williams lining up under center. 3 backs behind him. The pitch over to the right side. And finally brought down around the 35-yard line. A nice pickup on first down by Martin Zambrano, the 2012 alum for the Roscoe Plowboys. They're going to call it down actually at the 34-yard line, so actually only a gain of 1 on the play. Appeared from up here he had more than that, but more yardage was ran to the right side as he was trying to move around a host of Tigers. I guess, a pride of Tigers, if you call it that. I know it's a pride of Lions. The ball on the far side, hash mark. First down, or beg your pardon, second down and 9 for the Plowboys. Williams. This time in shotgun. 2 receivers to either side, 1 back offset. Has a man in motion, and he's going to hand back off to his back again. This time stopped immediately for a loss on the play. Again on the carry was Martin Zambrano.
Ball carrier.
Justin Brown, the 2005 alum out there for the Roscoe Plowboys. Coming off the field, Adrian Alvarez, a 2009 alum. The ball just near the far side hash mark. Third down and long for the Roscoe Plowboys. 9:29 to go here in the opening quarter. 2 receivers to either side. High snap, Williams looking, scanning, passing. And incomplete around the 45-yard line. A nice effort on the play. The intended receiver on the play was Anthony Castor Jr. Couldn't come down with it, and that's going to bring up 4th down and long here for the Plowboys. So we've seen 2 opening drives by either team, resulting in 2 punts, and at least should see a punt here back at the 29-yard line. And set back to receive for the Roscoe Plowboys just beyond the, or beg your pardon, set back to receive for the Snyder Tigers just beyond the 30 is Phil Burris. And now there's going to be a timeout on the field by Roscoe.
Again, today's game can be viewed immediately afterwards on SHNsports.com. Rob Hipp is calling the action. That is SHNsports.com.
Chris doing a great job today as a public address announcer here at the Snyder ISD Stadium. Again, I just keep talking about beautiful facility here in Snyder, Texas for a 4A school. A turf stadium, nice track, wonderful people, wonderful host here in Snyder, Texas, and we're just proud to be here today. And again, thanks to the hospitality to the fine folks at the Snyder ISD Independent School District. Wonderful job they did. And as always, a big thanks to George Cox for everything that he does. If you're out there watching and you want to know, hey, how do I get my team on an alumni team like this? All it takes is one person. If you're interested in getting back on the gridiron, be sure to visit gridironglory.com. All it takes is one person. Check out gridironglory.com, and from there, George can help you get things rolling, and you never know, your team may be out here playing next. Breaking out of that timeout here, the Roscoe Plowboys set back to punt for the first time on their first possession. Once again, back to receive near the 30-yard line for the Snyder Tigers is Phil Burris. Snap back, the punt is up and away, and that's going to be a short punt that's going to settle around the 50-yard line. Looks like it goes out of bounds around the 45. There is a flag on the play, however. We'll see what the call is here. They do mark it down just inside the 45-yard line. And the line judge actually puts it right at the 45-yard line. Waiting to see what that piece of laundry is on the field. I don't know if that was an invert toss or what happened. The ball on the near side hash mark at the 45-yard line. So that's where Snyder's going to start over here again on their second possession of the evening. Their first possession, again, resulted in a punt. So they'll start this off on their own 45-yard line. Maxfield under center. 2 receivers up top, 1 down. Going to try to continue the run game here. Plowing his way across the 50, brought down hard. What a tackle by Roscoe.
Is taken down by Justin Brown after a short gain. He's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Brown bought him down. 3-yard gain on the play. A nice run despite the big tackle there by Manuel Sandoval, the 2010 alum. That ball is going to be down at the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. I guess we can call it Saturday night lights. The stadium lights just coming on as the sun moments away from setting here in Snyder, Texas. Maxfield under center, two backs behind him, two receivers up top, one down. Maxfield's going to trip here as he tried to pass it, and they're going to say that he's down by contact. His knee hit the turf, and the line judge going to mark him down right at the 40-yard line, or the official going to mark him down right at the 40.
Going to bring up 2nd and 15.
5-yard loss on the play. And that's going to be 3rd down and 15 for the Tigers. Tough break there as Maxfield tried to secure his footing. Sometimes this turf, we saw it last weekend during the Georgetown alumni game versus Hardin-Jefferson. A lot of players out there slipping around on the turf. 3rd down and 15. The ball on the near side hash mark. Maxfield in at shotgun. Two receivers up top to the left, one down to the right. He's looking to pass here, scanning, running around, throwing deep over. And that's going to be caught around the 30-yard line, still on his feet across the 20, the 10. He's going to go in and score the touchdown. What a touchdown right there by Phil Burris. Wow, from the 40-yard line all the way down. Amazing job right there by Burris on a 60-yard touchdown reception. Unbelievable catch and run right there by Burris as he turned on the heat. And so with 7:22 to go in the first quarter, the Tigers strike first. It was Burris on the big catch, the 60-yard pass from the hands of his quarterback, Cody Maxfield. And they're going to go for two here. Maxfield under center. Two receivers up top to the left, one down to the right. Maxfield, the handoff, is back trying to push his way in. We'll see where the spot is, and it's good. Nice two-point conversion. Plowing his way on the inside is Manuel Sandoval. And the Tigers strike early here, leading 8-0 with 7:22 to go in the first quarter.
With 7:22 into the first quarter, it is Tigers 8, Plowboys 0.
So the home team strikes first here. Their first drive of the evening resulted in a punt. They redeemed themselves again on that 60-yard touchdown reception from the hands of Cody Maxfield to his receiver, Burris. And Phil, the 2015 graduate, showing he still got those young legs. Got a lot of guys out here tonight playing. Marcus Villa, the 93 graduate. Santos Gutierrez, the 93 graduate. And one of these games that we covered, we had an alum from 1981. So if you can still get out there and play ball, it's never too late. So the Tigers set back to kick off again. 7:22 to go in the first quarter of play. And the Tigers lead this one 8-0.
Sandoval set to kick.
Sandoval, who just had that two-point conversion, set to kick off. Nice kick up and away. It's going to settle short, actually, and bounce around the 30-yard line. And you got to wonder why Roscoe just didn't let that one go out of bounds. That ball goes down to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Roscoe Plowboys will start over with their second possession of the game. Their last possession resulted in a punt as well. So we'll see what Philip Williams has up the sleeve of his jersey here for the Plowboys as they look to respond to that early touchdown by the Tigers. Again, the ball on the 27-yard line. Their action from right to left, as you can see it on your video screen. These guys are pumped up. Been waiting a good while for this one here. And now Roscoe is going to call their second timeout of the first half.
That's the Plowboys' second timeout.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more action. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by
I'd like to remind everybody
SHN
that
Sports.
The game can be viewed immediately afterwards on shnsports.com.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNsports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp. 7:22 to go here in the first quarter of play. The Tigers struck first. They lead this contest 8-0. Roscoe here on their second possession of the afternoon. The ball on the far side of hash mark. Quarterback under center. Going to try to run the ball here and picks up maybe 2 on the play down to the 29-yard line.
Cowboys pick up maybe 2 yards on the carry. Tackled by a whole slew of Tigers.
So it appeared earlier that Snyder was going to try to establish their run game. They finally go for a pass. It results in a touchdown, and that's where we sit right now, 8-0. Roscoe trying to answer the call here on second down. Second down and long here for the Plowboys. And it's shotgun Williams at quarterback. 2 receivers down to the right. 2 up top to the left, joined up top by Nate Jackson. And now a penalty flag. That's going to be, I believe, a delay of game. We'll see what the call is here.
Illegal substitution.
And actually, they call an illegal substitution. Again, these alumni games are full contact. They aren't your get out and let's play some pickup football. This is real contact football. Great job by the officials, making sure that everything is played by the book. If you want to relive the glory, this is how to do it here. Quarterback back to pass here, scanning, looking over the right side of the field, throws a deep pass. Down over, has a man wide open, and he drops it. Unbelievable. He had room to run. That could have been 6. And unfortunately, Toby Presley, the 2012 alum, dropped the ball around the 35-yard line. Tough break there for the Plowboys. I mean, he was all alone. That could have been 6 the other way, or 6 that way, and unfortunately not able to haul it in. Coming onto the field for the Plowboys, a 2008 alum, Michael Hernandez. .557 to go here in the first quarter of play. Williams in shotgun, low snap, has to corral it, looking, scanning, over his left side, deep over down the field to the left side, and that one overthrown the intended receiver on the play, Anthony Castor Jr.
Just over his head.
And that's going to bring up 4th down here for the Plowboys, and more than likely they'll punt here as they're deep in their own territory. That is what they're lining up here for. We'll see if Phil Burris just had that touchdown moments ago. We'll see if he's set back to receive again. He should be. And Burris does step back here. Low snap, the punt is up and away. Another shallow punt. This one's going to drop around the 50, takes a Roscoe bounce, and Burris is going to pick it up. Burris fumbles the ball, and luckily his teammate able to fall on it.
Ball knocked loose, it was able to be recovered by the Tigers. Number 15, Joel Turn.
So luckily Joel Tarrant was able to fall back on that ball. That could have been a tough break there for the Tigers. A third possession of the game here for the Snyder Tigers. Ball on the near side hash mark at the 47-yard line. So again, starting out in great field position here. The last touch of the ball, of course, resulted in that touchdown. Quarterback scanning, looking, going to keep it here on the right side. Running around, Maddox finally goes out of bounds.
Keeps it, picks up
Nice
three,
run there by Maxfield, picking up 3 before he is brought out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Bring up second down here and 7 for the Tigers. Maxfield under center. Hands off to his back, headbutts, plowing his way down and picks up a few more on the play. Sandoval down to around the 47-yard line. .507 to go. Clock running here in the first quarter. The Tigers with the ball, and they lead this contest 8-0 over the Roscoe Plowboys. Thanks for watching this edition of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football live from Snyder Tiger Stadium in beautiful Snyder, Texas. Temperature down to around 60 degrees now. That wind still blowing at 13. Maxfield under center. Hands off immediately on the draw play. And his back still plowing his way down. Going to be enough for the first down. Down to the 41-yard line. Vasquez on the carry.
And that's another Snyder Tiger first down.
Substitutions on the field now. Coming on for the Snyder Tigers, Joel Tarrin. Manuel Sandoval takes a breather on the sideline. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Action from left to right. Under 4 minutes to go now in the first quarter of play. The ball on that far side hash mark resting at the 41-yard line. Receiver down to the right side is Danny Gunderson. 2 receivers up top, stacked to the left. And Maxfield has 2 backs to either side of him in shotgun. The snap back, Maxfield going to keep it here on the quarterback keeper. And he is going to be brought down after about a 1-yard gain to the 40-yard line, 41-yard line. Maybe they'll call it at the 40. It looked like Mickey Villanueva was there on the initial hit for the Roscoe Bulldogs. So give Roscoe credit. Even though they're down 8-0 here, still very much alive in this game. Their defense has been fantastic against that run game that the Snyder Tigers are still trying to establish. You got to wonder here, why don't they go back to the passing game, because they've had success with it early on. That 60-yard touchdown a possession ago. The ball resting at the 41-yard line. Maxfield lines up under center, 2 backs behind him, 2 receivers up top to the left. Going to hand off on the draw again. His back running, plowing his way down. And they may have given him forward progress to the first down. Instead, they're actually going to call him down at the 32-yard line.
Going to bring up third down and short.
So this will be third down and short here for the Tigers. Great run there on the draw play. The ball now resting at the 32-yard line in between the hash marks. On the near side, it's Danny Gunderson lining up as receiver. 2 receivers stacked up top to the left. Maxfield on the keeper, under center.
Maxfield keeps it again himself.
And he's going to pick up enough for the Snyder Tiger. First down, down to the 29-yard line. Nice job on the keeper there by Maxfield. Manuel Sandoval back onto the field for your Snyder Tigers. Joel Tarrin comes back to the sideline here. Just under 2 minutes to go. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Trying to capitalize on another drive here that started out on their own 47-yard line. The ball in between the hash marks at the 29. Maxfield under center, 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down to the right. This time he's going to hand off over to his back, plowing his way down to the 20-yard line, and they're going to call him down at the 21. A nice run right there by Manuel Sandoval, who just came back onto the field moments ago. Another big pickup there by Sandoval. They do mark him down at the 21-yard line. Ball on the far side hash mark. Receiver up top to the left appears to be Manny Aparcio, the 2006 graduate. And then back down on the near side, Danny Gunderson. Maxfield under center, two backs behind him. Little false start there on the left side as it appeared that Manny jumped the gun. And that will set him back 5 here and bring up second down and long for the Snyder Tigers. Clock at 36 seconds now in the first quarter of play. Again, this drive, the third drive of the evening for the Snyder Tigers, started out on their own 47-yard line. So they've picked up quite a bit of field here trying to get back into the end zone. 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. The pass back, looking, scanning over to the right corner, up, and it's intercepted in the end zone. Coming up with the big interception for Roscoe,
Maxfield.
Dustin Casey, the 2010 alum.
In the end zone by Dustin Casey.
So that'll be the first turnover for either team. It came at an inopportune time for the Snyder Tigers, but couldn't have been a better time for the Roscoe Plowboys as they're down 8-0, but a big defensive play by Dustin Casey, the 2010 alum, coming up with a big interception. They're going to take over here on their third possession of the evening on their own 20-yard line. Williams in its shotgun. Two receivers to either side, now man in motion. And they're going to whistle this one dead. It may have been a false start on the offense. If so, it's going to set them back 5. And it is, so that ball will go back 5 yards. It's going to be first down and 15 from the 15-yard line. The Plowboys action, of course, as you can see on your video screen there, from right to left. That only burned a few seconds off the clock. 32 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Play clock at 12. Yeah. They've got to keep an eye on it here. Williams in shotgun, two receivers, man in motion. This time it's Nate Jackson. And it's going to come down to the 15-yard line. That ball on the near side hash mark. It's going to be second down, and that should do it here for the first quarter of play. As the Snyder Tigers have the 8-0 lead. We'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports.
Action. Again, that's SHNsports.com immediately after the game.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNsports.com. Just about to kick things off here in the second quarter. The Snyder Tigers lead the Roscoe Plowboys 8-0. Thanks for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. The first quarter roundup here, the first two possessions for either team resulted in a punt. Then on the second possession by Snyder, it was a 60-yard touchdown pass to Burris from the hands of Maxfield. The two-point conversion was good. And then the second possession for Roscoe resulted in a punt. The third possession for Snyder was an interception in the end zone by Casey. And Roscoe took over on their own 20-yard line, and that's where we sit here. It's going to be 2nd down and 15 after that penalty by Roscoe. Quarterback in shotgun, steps back looking. Scanning, throwing deep pass down over to the 50-yard line, in and out of the hands, incomplete. The intended receiver on the play, Zach Gutierrez.
Just falls incomplete.
It's going to be 3rd down and 15 now for the Plowboys. Williams still there at quarterback for the Plowboys in shotgun. Two receivers, actually trips down to the right. Williams scanning, looking, trying to find a receiver. Finally dumps it off, and it's almost picked off, but caught at the 20-yard line. Nice hands on the play right there by the receiver, Justin Brown. And he gets it back to the 20-yard line, so a little bit more manageable, but it is going to be 4th down and 10, and Roscoe should once again punt here. Great job there by Williams avoiding the sack, able to dump it off for 5. It's going to be well short, though. It is 4th down and 10. Look for the punt here.
Timeout taken by Snyder.
And now Snyder's going to take their second timeout of the half. We'll keep things right here. Just underway in the second quarter, 14 minutes to go. The Snyder Tigers lead this contest 8-0 over the Roscoe Plowboys. Again, thanks for watching this edition of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. A beautiful Saturday, March the 12th from Snyder ISD Stadium in beautiful Snyder, Texas. A pleasant 60 degrees outside. The wind, so far, we thought it may cause a little bit of a factor. No kicking game here in this one. It didn't affect the passing either, as earlier Maxfield threw that 60-yard reception over to his receiver Burris against the wind. And so wind not really playing a factor, even though it's blowing at 13 miles an hour. These guys are used to it up here in West Texas. You look all over the horizon, you see a lot of wind turbines out here, the area known for their wind energy up here in West Texas. And so these guys are used to it. You take a team from Central Texas when there's not much wind in the air, they may play a lot differently here, but these two teams very accustomed to this climate, of course, being from this area. Burris set back to receive on the right side, standing around the 45-yard line, and set to kick here for the Plowboys is Toby Presley. He's a 2012 alum. So he'll punt the ball from around the 10-yard line. He hasn't had much success punting the ball here tonight. We'll see if this one can go a little bit farther, but unfortunately he's going to be punting into the wind here on the near side hash mark. Burris should step up. The punt's up and away. It's blocked.
Punt is blocked.
Dropping around the 10-yard line. Snyder picks it up, going in, diving in for the touchdown. What a block right there, and then running it in for the touchdown, Jeremy Torres, and Snyder gets on the board again. Unbelievable. Wow. Jeremy Torres gives the Tigers a 14-0 lead with 13:53 to go in the second quarter. That block punt, Torres picked it up and then fought through a Roscoe defender in his way to scoring that touchdown. A nice special teams play for the Tigers. And now they're going to go for 2 here. Quarterback under shotgun, the draw, diving his way in, and it's good again.
2-point conversion's good. That's going to bring the score. Snyder Tigers 16, the Roscoe Plowboys 0.
We'll keep things right here. Again, Snyder leading this contest now. 13:53 to go in the second quarter. They lead 16-0 over Roscoe Plowboys. Roscoe trying to answer here, and unfortunately the Snyder defense stepping up, and then it was the special teams with that big block that allowed Jeremy Torres to pick it up and run it in on the right side. We've covered quite a few of alumni games here on SHN Sports for Gridiron Glory. That's the first time that we've seen a blocked punt return for a touchdown. So Snyder set to kick here from the 40-yard line. The action from right to left. I believe that's Manuel Sandoval set to kick this ball off. It is Sandoval. Puts his hand up. Coming off the field is Ricky Early. The kick is up and away. This one, a driving kick. And it's going to settle around the 5-yard line.
Ball taken by Toby
Picked up,
Presley.
moving across the 20, diving his way inside, and finally brought down. A nice return there on the play by Toby Presley. And he gets that ball up to around the 21-yard line. We'll see where they spotted at. They actually spotted at the 22-yard line. So Roscoe will take over on their own 22-yard line. Trying to answer this 2-touchdown deficit with 13:44 to go in the second quarter. So far, Williams trying to lead his team into something here. The ball on the far side hash mark. Again, resting at that 22-yard line. Gene Alecron out there for the Snyder Tigers, alongside Marcus Villa on defense. These guys are playing tough this afternoon. Joshua Sandoval also out there on defense. Nate Jackson lines up as a back here. Quarterback under shotgun, 3 backs behind him. Trying to spin around, dumps the ball off, and boy, he kind of threw that backwards. That could have almost been a fumble on the play, but the officials are going to call it incomplete.
Ball's incomplete.
And ball at the 22-yard line, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass. That's a close one there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and long. They're actually going to mark that as a loss down to the -17-yard line. So that's trying to figure out what they got calling here. Williams in at shotgun, steps back looking. Actually, it's a new quarterback in there. Passing. Actually, he's going to run. Crossing over the 20-yard line. Finally brought down, and now playing quarterback for Roscoe is Jared Villanueva. So Villanueva gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. 2 receivers lined up on the far side. 1 receiver down to the near side. Villanueva in at shotgun. 2 receivers either side, 1 back behind him. Villanueva going to step back, scanning the field, passing, dumping it off around the 30-yard line. His receiver hit hard. They're going to rule it incomplete now, as Nate Jackson originally had possession of it, but he got hit, and they're going to rule that ball incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10 for Roscoe Plowboys. Ball at the 22-yard line, set back to receive his burst for the Snyder Tigers. Toby Presley set to kick the ball from around the 10-yard line. Low snap, gets the ball up. The last one was blocked. He gets this one off, settles around the 40-yard line, and Burst picks it up, trying to dive his way around, and he's going to be stopped. Great special teams defense by the Roscoe Plowboys, as they don't allow Burris to break free. And they're going to mark that down around the 47-yard line, I believe. going to be the fourth possession here for Snyder, starting out on their own 47-yard line. 11:50 to go in the second quarter. The Tigers lead 16-0 here in this first half of play. Once again, thanks for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp. We'll see if Snyder can put some more points on the board here. Quarterback under center this time, Maxfield. And he's going to hand off to his man crossing over the 50-yard line and plowing his way down inside Roscoe territory to the 47-yard line.
Send the ball.
Oh, there's a send the ball. Yeah, it's right here.
So that ball at the 47-yard line. Inside Roscoe Plowboy territory. Maxfield under center, two receivers to either side. Steps back, he's going to hand off to his man. Penalty flag on the play. This could be the first offensive hold we've seen of the night. Gets the ball down. 1 yard shy of the first down, but this one may come back. Waiting to see what the official call is here on the field. It is holding against the offense. That'll set him back.
Holding against the Tigers.
Just over 11 minutes to go here in the first half of play. The Snyder Tigers lead the Roscoe Plowboys 16-0. Big penalty going to set them back 15 all the way back into their own territory as Snyder to the 43-yard line. And bring up second down and long here for the Tigers. This time, Maxfield under center. Actually, it's shotgun. Scanning the field, trying to find a receiver. Instead, he's going to throw it now a dagger over to the 30-yard line, and we'll see if it's caught. And it is complete. Down to Joel Tarrin. Back into Roscoe territory. Nice grab right there at the 34-yard line. Joel, if you're going back watching this one, if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, I'm sorry, man. I've been saying Tarn. It may be Tarn. We'll stick with Tarn for now. I know a gentleman up in the Georgetown area with his last name spelled the same way, pronounced it Tarn. The ball at the 34-yard line. Maxfield going to hand off to his back, trying to cut across the right side, and he's going to be stopped. He does pick up on the forward progress a couple on the play.
Tackle made by Justin Brown.
I believe that was Joel again on the run there.
No gain on the play.
And they are going to give him 2 on the play. So it's going to bring up second down and 8 here for the Tigers. Just under 10 minutes to go in the second half, or in the first half, second quarter. The Tigers lead 16-0. Ball on the far side, hash mark resting at the 33-yard line. Down on the near side lining up is Manny Aparicio, number 7. 2 receivers now. Burris is stacked down there with him, and now they're going to call a delay of game possibly on the play. We'll see if it's delay of game or if it's false start. It is a delay of game against the Tigers. That's going to set them back 5 here and bring up second down and long. Maxfield under center, 2 backs behind him. Rolling over to his left side, scanning the field. He's going to keep it here near the 40, still running. And finally brought down. What a tackle on the near side by Jared Villanueva, who's also playing quarterback for the Roscoe Plowboys. No gain on the play. That ball is at the 39-yard line. Going to be third down and long for the Tigers. Third down and long again here as Maxfield under center. Two backs behind him, two receivers up top to the right. Maxfield going to pass. Scanning the field, looking, throwing. Deep down, into the territory. Up, in and out of the hands. Incomplete right around the goal line. A nice attempt there on the catch. Coming up short was Danny Gunderson, and that's going to bring up fourth down and long. They are in kind of no man's land right here, so we'll see if the Snyder Tigers decide to go for it here. As that ball, again, resting on the Plowboy 39-yard line. They may go for it here. Wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Holding on the defense.
And wow, there was a penalty marker on the field, and that's going to be holding on the defense. Some of the crowd calling for an automatic first down. That ball back to the 29-yard line. They've got it marked third down and 5, so a big break there for the Tigers. Tough break for the Plowboys. Maxfield under center, two backs behind him. He's going to pass. Looking, and he's going to keep it here as he runs around across the 25-yard line, close to the first down. He's about a yard short.
Decides to go ahead and tuck it and keep it.
At least it looked like it from here.
2 on the play. It's going to bring up fourth and short.
And it will be fourth down and 1. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Tigers lead 16-0. On the near side, Manny Aparicio. Burris is going to join him. Up top to the right is Danny Gunderson. Maxfield under center. A draw play, and should be enough for the first down.
Johnny Vasquez takes it straight up the gut.
It's like Vasquez had his line help pushing him across, and that's going to be enough for a Snyder Tiger first down. Coming back into the field of play is Tavares Brandon. Coming over the sideline for a rest is Johnny Vasquez, who just got that first down. Aparicio still on that near side as receiver. Burris should join him down there if that's going to be the play call. And that clock ticking down below 7 seconds here on the play clock. And I don't know what the holdup is. They shouldn't call a delay of game here because the officials are kind of talking things over. The play clock goes to 0. 7:30 to go in the second quarter. And they reset the play clock at 25. Actually, now it's back up to 40. Not sure what's going on here. So now the officials finally put it in play. The play clock ticking below 30 seconds here. The ball resting at the 24-yard line on the far side of hash mark. .20 seconds now on the play clock. And the officials blowing their whistle and calling this one dead for a second. Not sure what's going on. Trying to get the chain gang adjusted. Now they do. It wasn't the full 10 yards. It's going to be first down and 10 again from the 24-yard line. Maxfield trying to get his team on the board again here. One offensive touchdown, one touchdown coming off special teams, and that's where we sit at 16-0 right now. 7:30 to go in the second quarter. Maxfield under center, two receivers down to the near side, one receiver up top to the far side. Maxfield going to pitch out on the sweep. Trying to dance around, immediately upended. Nowhere to go on the play, Manuel Sandoval.
Number 34, Manuel Sandoval.
Great defense. Again by Roscoe. Roscoe has played phenomenal on the defensive end this evening. They did allow that one touchdown, but other than that, they have played phenomenal. And give them credit. Just a couple of plays away, and this could be a different ball game. There may have been a personal foul on the plays. They moved the ball all the way back to the 36-yard line. Didn't see what happened there, so beg your pardon, but may have been a personal foul. That's 15 back. First down and a mile for the Tigers here. We're threatening in the red zone, and now they're well out of it. First down and long. Maxfield rolling over to his left side. Now he switches direction back over to his right side, trying to find a receiver. He's going to keep it here. Diving around the 30. Nice juke move. Still on his feet. Maxfield plowing his way down.
Maxfield picks up great yardage. Takes it
Big
back
gain
down
on
to
the
about
play.
Original line of scrimmage.
They're going to call him down at the 22-yard line.
About 7.
Second down and 7, just at 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. The Tigers lead the Plowboys 16-0. Ball on the far side, hash mark, back at the 22-yard line. Threatening in the red zone on second down and 7. Maxfield under center, 2 receivers down to the left. Maxfield calls for it. He's going to hand off, and his back gets stopped in the backfield as Manuel Sandoval trying to pick up some positive yards, and instead he's going to be stopped for a loss back at the original line of scrimmage down to the 24-yard line. .5:30 to go now in the second quarter. The ball resting in between the hash marks at the 24-yard line. Remember, this drive started for the Tigers at their own 47. Paracio down on the near side. Coming back into the field of play for the Tigers is Tavares Brandon. Burris is going to join Aparicio. And now a timeout by the Tigers. We're going to take a break as well. Again, you're watching Gridiron Glory and Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. When we come back, we'll see if the Tigers can get back into the end zone here. We'll be back after this. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to second quarter action. Just about 5 minutes to go before the halftime. The Snyder Tigers lead the Roscoe Plowboys 16-0 here. Beautiful Snyder, Texas. Again, a special thanks to the Snyder ISD folks here for hosting tonight. Great job that they do here.
Rob Hip is calling the action. Again, that's SHNSports.com.
That's going to be 3rd down and 9 here for Snyder as they get back into action here. Quarterback stepping back, throwing over to the left corner. Has a man. It's Burris again. Burris slinging his way inside the red zone. Down for a 1st and goal down to the 4-yard line. What a catch right there by Burris again from the hands of Maxfield. Wow. That ball down to the 3-yard line, going to be 1st down and goal for the Tigers. 4:20 and ticking here in the second quarter. As Snyder's trying to put the ball into the end zone again. Maxfield under center. And now they're going to whistle this one dead. It's going to be a costly delay of game against Snyder, not keeping an eye on that play clock. So at halftime, hopefully we'll get to talk to the owner of Gridiron Glory, Mr. George Cox. Also, we'll go over the all Gridiron team, so you want to stick around if you're watching this one. Make sure that you stick around for the halftime and check out everything that's going on at Gridiron Glory. Also, more information on how you can get out there and get back on the gridiron and relive your glory days. Again, we hope to speak to George Cox at halftime. And also, we'll go over that all Gridiron team. Good man, Mr. Jojo Valika from the Hardin Jefferson Hawks, providing some information to us for that. So we appreciate him helping out. I sent him a question earlier. I couldn't find that information, so I'm glad we got it. Under center here. The immediate handoff. Trying to drive his way inside, and he's going to be stopped. A nice effort there by Johnny Vasquez, not able to punch it in. He gets it down to the 6-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal, I believe. The ball resting at the 6-yard line. Coming off to the field. Well, it looked like he was coming off the field. Was Robert Holsey for the Roscoe Plowboys, and he does come off the field. So we'll see if the Plowboys can hold serve here on the goal line. Ball at the 6-yard line. It is 2nd down and goal. Maxfield under center on the near side hash mark. He's going to keep it. His line pushing him through. Maxfield trying to chug his way inside, and he gets it down to near the 1-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 1. A nice effort there by Maxfield, and give that Snyder offensive line credit as they were pushing Maxfield along. Nice 5-yard pickup on the keeper. Coming back into the game is Anthony Sandoval, as Santos Gutierrez heads over to the sideline. He's the 1993 alum out there showing these young bucks how to do it. Great to see these guys out there today. And man, check out the head of hair on Orlando Vasquez. He's got the red mohawk down there. Looks like a mohawk from up here. So Orlando, if you're hearing this, man, love the hair. Pushing inside. And they're going to call it touchdown.
Handoff takes it right across the goal line for another.
Snyder inside, and another touchdown for the Tigers. And I believe pushing that play in, if I'm not mistaken, was Johnny Vasquez. Ball sitting at the 2-3-yard line. Call it. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion again here. We don't see a whole lot of kicking in alumni football, and so that's why you see a lot of these 2-point conversions. Maxfield's going to line up here in shotgun, 2 backs behind him. And the pistol. Steps back, going to pass over the left side, in and out of the hands. Incomplete pass to Burris. That's the first 2-point conversion that hasn't been converted by the Tigers. But in any case, they lead 22-0 with 2:27 to go here in the first half. Once again, thanks for joining us here. Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. A beautiful Saturday, March the 12th. Just over 7 o'clock now here in Snyder, Texas. Made the 4-hour drive in from north of Austin, a little town called Georgetown. And once again, honored to be a part of Gridiron Glory, and a huge thanks to Mr. George Cox. Does a wonderful job organizing these events, and I've seen some other alumni games, and I'm definitely not putting anybody else down, but Gridiron Glory, the folks, George Cox and his team know how to do it. They do it right. Again, we talked about this last game. This isn't your pickup football game. This is full contact, of course, as you know. And as you can see, if you've never seen an alumni game, if you stumbled across this video on YouTube, you'll know. Officials out there, I mean, it's done by the rules. Set to kick off here for Snyder is Manuel Sandoval. Roscoe back to receive. Some late substitutions here on the near side hash mark by the Tigers. The kick is up and away. This one's going to ground around the 45-yard line, and it's going to be downed at the 30 by Roscoe. And that's where Roscoe will take over. The Plowboys with 2:21 to go, trying to get on the board still as they are down 22-0 here in the first half of play. This is going to be the 5th possession for Roscoe. Their last possession was at their own 22-yard line, and that one resulted in a punt. They're going to start out on their own 30 here, so just about where they've been starting out all evening long here on their 5th possession of the evening here in the first half. On the near side, it's Sean Kincaid, I believe that is, alongside Toby Presley on the near side, the receivers. Back in at quarterback is Williams now. Williams in shotgun. Williams stepping back, scanning over to the right side, throws it around the 50-yard line. That one almost intercepted by a Tiger in the vicinity. It was Joel Tarrant, the 06 graduate, almost had that pick. The clock stopped at 2:13. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Ball, of course, resting at that 30-yard line on the far side hash mark. Of course, as you can see, the action from left to right. Heading over to the sidelines for the Roscoe Plowboys is Sean Kincaid. And they break out a huddle here. This time on the near side, it's going to be Zach Gutierrez lining up as receiver. 2 receivers down to the near side, 2 up top. And now appears to be a delay of game. Waiting to see what the officials call it here. At least that's what it appeared to be from here. And it is, and that ball is going to come back 5. It's going to bring up 2nd down and long with 2:08 to go here in the first half. And they may have called an illegal motion there, as just heard Chris over the PA say. That will set him back 5. Stepping back. And in and out of the hands. Incomplete pass at the 30-yard line there is Williams not able to connect with his intended receiver there on the far side. I believe that may have been Nate Jackson there as the ball bounced right off his number. He was already turned upfield, ready to run with it, just wasn't set. Plowboys break out of huddle. Williams still in a quarterback and shotgun. 2 receivers to either side, has a back offset to his left, or to his right, rather. Standing on the 20-yard line in shotgun. Williams stepping back, scanning the field, dodging defenders. Now he's going to throw a deep pass over across the 40-yard line, and that one is intercepted by Snyder at the 35-yard line. It appears to be Burris.
Burris.
We'll see if that's the call. It appeared to be that Burris had it. There is a flag, however, in the backfield. So we're waiting to see what the call is here.
On the field.
So we're still trying to figure out what the call is up here. Burris had that ball intercepted at the 35-yard line. The officials, though, have not signaled anything yet. Nobody's coming off the field. And it's a chop block. It's declined, and it will be.
Chop block on Roscoe, penalty decline. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Roscoe. Penalty will be accepted from the spot of the foul.
Wow.
Ball will go over after the interception to Snyder.
So Snyder, another turnover here, 2nd interception of the ball game. And I believe that's the first interception that Roscoe's thrown. Burris so far. If we had to call an MVP, it looks like it'd be Burris so far, as he's coming up big on the offensive end and the defensive end. And this will be Snyder's 5th possession of the ball game here in the first half. They're going to take over at the 50-yard line. So right at the 50. Quarterback stepping back this time looking. He's going to pass over to the left side. Has a man, and it's caught! Burris has it again! Right around the 10-yard line. Burris is on fire right now.
By Burris.
Unbelievable job, you got to say, whoa mama, as Burris putting on the heat tonight. Burris there on a 39-yard reception. These Tigers are serious tonight. Ball at the 11-yard line on the near side hash mark. It's going to be 1st down and 10. They can get the 1st down at the 1-yard line. Maxfield lines up in shotgun. Has a back offset to his right. That's Johnny Vasquez. Maxfield's going to take it on the right side, trying to find a hole. And he gets inside down to the 6-yard line. So a pickup there of 5. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 for Maxfield. However, that clock now at 37 seconds, and they're trying to get back to the line here and put more points on the board. Maxfield under center, clock below 30 seconds. Gonna hand off over to his back, right side, glides right in for the touchdown. Another big run right there by Manuel Sandoval. And the Tigers pouring on the heat. They lead this one 28-0 with 21 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Boy, somebody opened the cage tonight, let these Tigers out, and they came to play here on this beautiful night for football in West Texas. Unbelievable job so far by the Snyder Tiger offense.
Men in the huddle. I'm going to back them up 5.
They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. As you just heard Chris say, there was 12 men in the huddle, and that will set them back 5 yards. Maxfield looking, throwing over, trying to actually throw the ball. Now he's dancing around, and he's going to be stopped before he can get that ball off around the 10-yard line. Great defense by Roscoe. And the Plowboys on the initial hit was the kicker, Jorge Cancino.
In the first half.
20 seconds to go. Snyder Tigers lead this contest 28-0. So far, the Plowboys have not had an answer for this aggressive offense of these Tigers. I said it earlier, man, somebody opened up the cage, let these boys out to play. So once again at halftime, stick around. We should have Mr. George Cox from Gridiron Glory up here with us, going over a few tidbits and details about what goes on at Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. And also, we'll have that all Gridiron team. We'll make sure to give those guys credit. Something pretty cool that goes on here at Gridiron Glory is the best players from around the state get to be put in an all Gridiron team. The Tigers set to kick off. This one's going to sail around the 25, takes a bounce. And Roscoe trying to figure out who's going to get it here, and finally stopped in the backfield. Nice tackle by Joshua Sandoval. Zach Gutierrez on the return, but Sandoval able to come back. 19 seconds to go before we hit halftime here. That scoreboard down there has not been updated. I apologize for that. So if you see it now, it is 28-0. The ball at the 22-yard line. Action from left to right. The Plowboys have 19 seconds to drive this ball 78 yards down the field. They're trying to put some points on the board here. If you'll remember, they deferred, so they'll get the ball to start things. This is going to be their 6th possession of the night, starting out on their own 22. Quarterback stepping back, drops it off, and almost stopped in the backfield and still on his feet. Finally, he's going to be brought down. A nice effort there by Justin Brown.
Met immediately.
They're going to call it a loss on the play. On the sideline, judges standing around the 16, but it appears to be marked down around the 18-yard line, so they're going to call that a loss on the play there. They've got to put some more time on the clock as there was a timeout on the field. We're waiting to see how much they should put. They got 7 seconds back on the clock here. The ball resting at the 22-yard line. I beg your pardon, the ball resting at the 17-yard line, 2nd down and long. Now they lower it down to 4 seconds. So this should be the last play of the first half. Looking for a deep Hail Mary pass here by the Plowboys. Williams in shotgun. Scanning around, looking. And now he's going to throw it over to the center part of the field, down to the 40. It's incomplete, in and out of the hands of Toby Presley, and that'll do it for the first half of play. The Snyder Tigers lead this contest 28-0. After the break, we hope to meet with Gridiron Glory founder and owner, Mr. George Cox, if he can make his way up here, if he comes up here, and we'll also go over that all-Gridiron team again. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. We're at halftime. The Snyder Tigers lead the Roscoe Plowboys 28-0. We'll be right back after this. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp, and at the halftime here, the Snyder Tigers lead the Roscoe Plowboys 28-0. A very aggressive first half for the hometown Snyder Tigers. Again, we are broadcasting from their beautiful facility here in Snyder, Texas. A beautiful night for football. The first 2 possessions by either team resulted in punts. Then on the second possession, starting out from their own 45-yard line, it was a 60-yard touchdown pass, an amazing pass out of the hands of Cody Maxfield all the way down to Burris. Again, that was a 60-yard touchdown pass. And then on the 2-point conversion that was good, hauled in by Manuel Sandoval. And on the second possession, and by either team, actually it's going to be the second possession for Roscoe and the third possession for Snyder, resulted in a punt on the first one, and then Snyder threw an interception over to Roscoe. It was Dustin Casey with the pick. However, Roscoe not able to score after that turnover. Roscoe got the ball at their own 20-yard line. They were forced to punt the ball. That punt was blocked and then returned for a touchdown by Jeremy Torres for the Snyder Tigers. The 2-point conversion at that point was good, and the score was 16-0 there at the early part of the second quarter. Roscoe got the ball back on their own 22-yard, resulted in another punt. Then on the fourth possession by Snyder, it was starting out from their own 47-yard line. There was a run-in by Vasquez from the 1-yard line after they drove the field. The Tigers, Vasquez again scoring there. And then on the fifth possession by Roscoe, an interception down to Burris. Burris has been all over the field tonight for the Snyder Tigers. He intercepted that ball down intercepted it at their own 35-yard line. Then Snyder, a pass down in, I beg your pardon, but it was a 39-yard reception to Burris. They started at their own 50-yard line. And then running the ball in for another Snyder touchdown was Manuel Sandoval. That one from about 5 yards. And that's where we send things here. Roscoe had a chance there at the end of the first half. However, they had 78 yards to go, weren't able to produce much on their final drive. They will get the ball back to begin things in the third quarter. So we're about, as you can see on the board there, just under 12 minutes to go before we get things back underway. We're going to take a break. We'll leave it at the scoreboard, and we'll come back in a few moments. Again, you're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, presented by SHN Sports, where the Snyder Tigers lead Roscoe Plowboys 28-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, presented by SHN Sports. We're at the half, just under 10 minutes to go before we kick things off in the third quarter. The Tigers lead the Roscoe Plowboys 28-0. And up in the booth with me now is the owner of Gridiron Glory, the Mr. Wonderful, does all things and got a great team together, great guys helping you out. But Mr. George Cox, good to have you up here in the booth, man.
Hey, thank you very much, Rob Hip, for letting me join you up here.
And, George, we early on, this has been a fantastic game for the Snyder Tigers. Unfortunately for the Roscoe Plowboys, not able to do much. They've had a great defensive game so far, but Snyder has been able just to really turn things on. If we had to pick an MVP at this moment, it would be Burris. That kid is on fire right now.
Fantastic. I'm going to be looking forward to the second half because I haven't got to see any of the first half yet. We've been selling tickets for the entire first half. There are a lot of fans here tonight.
Yeah, we've had a great turnout, and George, I talked about it earlier, man, just a beautiful facility here. Again, thanks for everything that you do organizing these games, but a special extended thanks as well to the fine folks at Snyder ISD. And it's beautiful. This is a 4A stadium, man. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's a gorgeous field, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you very much to Coach Polk for letting us play here, and Mr. Martinez for letting us play here as well. We really appreciate it. This is our second time in Snyder. We were here in June earlier last year. So this is it's a beautiful facility.
So does the weather compare to last time? Is it about the same? I'd say it's a nice night out there, man.
Oh, no, it was June, and we kicked off at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was about 90 degrees, so this is much cooler than it was back then.
Well, George, in a moment we're going to get to the All Gridiron, the Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, the All Gridiron team. But before we do that, we definitely want to give these guys credit. Awesome that you guys do this, and we'll go into some details about that. But real quick, as we always do, someone may just stumble upon this video on YouTube and be like, man, this would be so cool to get out there and play football. And I've been talking about it, really helping folks understand that this is not pickup football. These guys play hard. They practice for this stuff. They come out here and maybe play a couple of games a year. But this is the real deal, man. You guys do a fantastic job. And, George, not to put any other alumni group down at all, but you guys have really got this organized and just do it so professionally. What is it like if someone comes, if they see this video and they say, man, I'd like to get out there and play football? What do they do?
All they have to do is go to gridironglory.com and get registered. It's pretty simple. It takes about 2 minutes to get registered. Your name goes into a database. We'll reach out to you. We'll say, hey, we want to come to your town and do this alumni game. Who's your big rival? Have you been talking to your friends about it on Facebook? Please let all your friends know about it. Get those guys registered at gridironglory.com. And once you get about 12 to 15 guys, we'll come out to a team practice / meeting, explain the rules to you, and we'll help you start getting organized and coordinated. And, we'll work with the high school to rent the stadium.
Well, George, I believe this is now your 45th game in 43 months. Is that correct?
44, sir.
44th game. Or
That's right.
44th game.
This is our 44th game in 43 months.
44th and 43. Awesome, man.
Yeah, so last weekend with the state championship game that we had at the Kelly Reed Sports Complex, the Hardin Jefferson Hawks took on the Georgetown Eagles, and that was our 43rd game in 43 months of business. And we're looking forward to being back in this area about a month from now. On April 9th, we should be an hour from Snyder at Stamford, Texas, and we're looking forward to a big alumni game over there.
Man, going to be great. Well, George, kind of moving on here, we wanted to give credit to these guys. Something really awesome that y'all do is you put together this all-gridiron team. And, wanted to talk about that. Kind of how does that work? Because it's not just these guys getting out here playing football. They even have a chance to be part of something else associated with Gridiron Glory. Talk to us about the all-gridiron team and how that works.
Well, one of the biggest things as far as feedback that I got from players over the years is they want more recognition. They love being able to get out here and represent their high school and play football again, but they want a little more recognition. They want to be an MVP. They want to be something, just be acknowledged a little more for what they're doing. So I said, let's come up with this all Gridiron Glory alumni football team. I'll go through and I'll look at every game that's played multiple times, and I'll pick out the 26 best players, one player at every position, and we'll recognize these guys like that. So at the end of every year, we've recognized an all Gridiron Glory team. So 2014 and 2015, and these guys that are playing tonight, they could be on the 2016 all Gridiron Glory alumni team.
Awesome, man. And so I'll go over those before we, I know you've got to head back down in a little bit, so I'll go over these names and get these guys some recognition here at halftime. But I'm seeing a few names already. I know Ross Bro, man. Ross Sterling Bro is his name. And he's a good guy down there in Elgin, man. I've known Ross a long time. Didn't even know that he played for you guys. So unbelievable, man.
And you also know JoJo Valika from
Yep.
Hardin Jefferson. I believe that Chris Vasquez from Georgetown is on there. I think he's a two-time guy. He's been on there both years now.
I talked about it at the Georgetown game. We covered that last weekend. Chris Vasquez also buried my helmet about 2 feet in the ground in junior high. That's when I decided, George, that I wasn't ready to keep playing football anymore. Back then I weighed about 60, 70 pounds. So I'm glad I put a little meat on my belly. Now maybe I could get out there and play, man. And, I was going to talk about this. You get out there and play sometimes too, man.
I do, unfortunately. My wife hates it when I do, but I can't get enough of it. I mean, once the blood starts pumping, I love football, man. It's right there with my family, my relationship with God. I just love football. Rob, on the field right now, there's one of the players down there taking pictures with his kids, and that just warms my heart. I love to see the guys getting out there with their family, getting the pictures. It's great.
Yeah, as we're making our way down there with the camera here, kind of zooming in, and, man, they're down there showing some muscle, man, and down there doing that looks like it is the wide receiver, Manny Aparicio there, the 2006 alum for Snyder.
That's what's great about these alumni games, because a lot of course, their kids haven't seen them play football before, but their wives maybe didn't see them because they went to 2 different high schools, or their girlfriends didn't see them, and they tell them about all these things they did in their glory days, and they're like, yes, honey, yes, honey, yes, honey. But then they actually get to go out there and prove to their wives, their significant other, I still have it. I can still go out there and play. It's great. I love it. It's phenomenal. It's a great concept. I love watching these guys get out here and play. After the game, when people have their wives on the field and their kids and they're taking pictures, it's a great thing.
Well, George, just kind of to wrap things up here, what is kind of the upcoming schedule going forward? I know we've got this one here tonight, a good one. Hopefully the Roscoe Plowboys can get back into this one. But going forward after this game, what are we looking forward to?
So next week is spring break, and my wife has promised me that I will not be doing any alumni games next weekend. And then after that, I believe we've got Easter coming up. So I think our next game is going to be April 2nd in Sour Lake, Texas. It's going to be the Warren Warriors alumni against the Hardin Jefferson Hawks alumni. And then hopefully we'll be back up here in this area on April 9th with the Stamford Bulldogs. And after that, we're going to be in Brady on April 23rd, I believe. And April 30th, we should be in Rock Springs, Texas.
Awesome, man. Hopefully, I think maybe the Brady Goat Cook-Off will be going around that time. I'm not sure. That'd be awesome if we could plan that, man.
I actually think that's in August. I want to say that's Labor Day weekend, but that's the world-famous goat barbecue
Heck
cook-off.
yeah, man. Well, George, any final words here? We're about 2 minutes before we kick things off here in the third quarter. Any final words?
Hey, I would just like to say thanks to you. You say a lot of thanks to me and everybody that works with Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, but we appreciate you traveling all the way up here to call this game and everything you guys do at SHN Sports. We appreciate you very much, sir.
Well, George, we appreciate that. And, again, it's like what you always say. You couldn't do it without your team. I know Joel, even your son, comes down and helps out. And I think Charles is his name. Is that your youngest son is Charles?
No, that's Cole.
Cole, my bad.
So
yeah.
it's the whole Cox family. It's Joel Cox, it's Bubba Cox, it's Kim Cox, Ryan Cox, Katie Cox, Cole Cox.
It's a family
it's
affair,
everybody, man.
Awesome. Well, George, again, we appreciate you, man. And like I said, we couldn't do it without our team, and I know you guys couldn't do it without yours. And looking forward to many more. It's been a fun one here tonight. Again, hopefully these Plowboys can get back into it, and we'll see what happens here in the third quarter.
Definitely. I appreciate all these guys out there on the field getting back to their glory days too. So thank you very much for having me up here, Rob.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
And we'll get we'll make sure to get that MVP down to you before, once this one comes to an end, and then we'll get down there and try to do a live interview as well, as we always do. So, again, everyone, that was Mr. George Cox with the Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. He's organized all this, put it together. He and his wonderful team, his family, they do a great job making football able for guys to get back out, relive the glory back on the gridiron. So, again, a big thanks to Mr. George Cox, and as always, thank you for coming up, man. So we're about to get things back under here on SHN Sports, Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN, just about to kick things off here in the third quarter. And to open it up, it's going to be the Roscoe Plowboys who deferred in the first half, so they'll get the ball here in the second half, I believe. We'll be right back after this. You're listening and watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. Just about to kick things off in the third quarter, where the Snyder Tigers lead the Roscoe Plowboys 28-0 here. The Plowboys trying to answer the call. They should receive the ball here to start things off, and it does appear that they deferred in the first half. Nate Jackson will be the one set back to receive for Roscoe. Their action is going to be from right to left once they receive the ball. And set to kick off here is the Snyder Tigers. So a big first half for Snyder. We'll get to that Gridiron Glory Alumni football team in a few moments as well. We want to talk about that some more and give them some credits. Kicking off here for Snyder. So we get things underway. As Manuel Sandoval will be kicking into the wind, which has died down a little bit, down to around 8 miles an hour now. About half of what it was earlier, but it's still gusting up to 13 to 20. Sandoval getting set to kick off here again. Back to receive is Nate Jackson for the Plowboys. The officials trying to get things set here as well before they whistle this one back into play. Now they do. And the kickoff. We're back in action here. A nice kick that's going to settle around the 10-yard line. Takes a bounce. And that's going to give Nate Jackson some room here to Roarenrith. Crossing over, trying to get across that 15-yard line. And ankle tackled around the 10. Great special teams right there by the Tigers.
On the return, the Plowboys will start at the 12-yard line.
So this is going to be the 7th possession of the evening here for the Roscoe Plowboys, the first possession of the second half. We'll see if they can get on the board here, as they haven't had much luck here this evening. They've had great defense early on, but things just kind of put a halt to them, and they're going to take over here on their own 12-yard line. They're going to have 88 yards to go to get on the board here. That ball sitting on the far side hash mark. Just underway here in the second quarter. Under center. There's the quarterback, the pitch out. And trying to stick with that run game, maybe picks up 3 on the play down up to the 16-yard line. And we're seeing Williams still in at quarterback. Williams under center. Tight formation, 3 backs behind him. He's going to pitch out over the right side into the hands of Nate Jackson. Jackson trying to roll around the right side, and he's not going to gain any there on the play.
With the carry.
Checking back into the game is Johnny Vasquez, as well as Anthony Sandoval for the Snyder Tigers. Coming off the field, a host of Tigers, including Orlando Vasquez. The ball sitting now at the 14-yard line. Just under 13 and a half minutes to go here in the third quarter. Again, thanks for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN. On the near side hash mark is Michael Hernandez. Quarterback in its shotgun, looking around, now rolls over to the right side. Almost drugged down, throws it around the 20-yard line, falls incomplete. Nice job getting rid of the ball right there. Williams trying to avoid the sack, and he does. And
4th and 9.
Unfortunately, though, brings up another 4th down here for the Plowboys. And this far back in their own territory, they should punt the ball here. And that they do. They line up. See if Burris is the one set back to receive. His angle's kind of off on us right now. Set back to kick is Toby Presley, standing on the goal line. And Burris around the 50-yard line for Snyder. Presley kicking with the wind here, so he should get a good punt off as long as it doesn't get blocked. We saw one earlier blocked, so you can see Presley back there on the goal line. Perfect snap. The punt is up and away. This one does sell a lot farther this time. Takes a bounce into the hands of Burris. Burris dancing around the 50-yard line, still on his feet, has room across. Now juggling his way inside. Nice spin move. Backpedaling all the way up to the 38-yard line. And we'll see if they mark him. Actually, the 42-yard line, I beg your pardon.
Snyder has good field position for the first possession of the second half.
And they mark it down around the 41-yard line. So Snyder here with their 6th possession of the evening, first possession of the second half. And for the first time tonight, besides that punt block, which went in for a touchdown, and the interception, they'll be in Plowboy territory to start out here. Again, they'll start out on the Plowboy 41-yard line. Ball's on the near side hash mark. Quarterback under center. Actually, he's in shotgun, beg your pardon. The snap back, Maddox looking. Scanning over the field, now he throws it over to the right side, has a man open around the 30. It's Burris. Burris shaking his way inside down to the 25-yard line. And they're going to give him forward progress at the 23. Nice pickup right there by Burris. Maxfield and Burris have been connecting all night tonight. Another great reception right there by Burris. The ball sitting on the near side hash mark, again at the 23-yard line. Just over 12 minutes to go. The Tigers lead 28-0 and getting dangerously close to that red zone again. Maxfield in its shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Burris up top on the left. Has a back offset. Maxfield's going to look to pass, flag on the play, and he gets it over to Burris on the left side. And Burris, nice ankle tackle by the Plowboys. However, there is a flag back just in front of the 30-yard line. It may be an offensive hold. If it is, that'll be the second one that we've seen here this evening. Pretty well played game as far as penalty go by both teams. Not really seeing a whole barrage of penalties, and they're going to call and hold against the offense. That'll set them back. It's going to bring up first down and long here for the Tigers.
Holding against the Tigers.
And that'll move them back. That ball now sitting on the far side hash mark around the 33-yard line. Two receivers up top, one down to the right. Two backs behind Maxfield. Now they change up formation here as Maxfield deep in shotgun and has two backs to either side of him. The snap back, Maxfield, the handoff to his back, dancing around, and another nice grab there by the Plowboys. As Manuel Sandoval trying to move upfield, but Gonzalez had him by the ankle. It's going to bring up second down and long here, 11:25 to go in the third quarter. The ball sitting around the 32-yard line, so they'll call it a gain of 1 on the play. Lining up on the near side is Gunderson. Maxfield at shotgun. Scanning the field. Throwing, cross the center, and into the hands of the official. I wonder if he got confused.
Maxfield's pass is caught by the umpire for a small gain.
I wonder if Maxfield right there got confused. I've yet to see an umpire catch the ball, so that's going to bring up fourth down on the play. Incomplete pass. Pretty rare you get to see the umpire make a catch, so Maxfield may have got confused on that. He's been on point tonight, at least into the hands of Burris. The ball's still around the 32-yard line, in between the hash marks, more over to the far side. Parasio lines up on the far side. Two receivers up top, one down to the right. Maxfield deep. And they're going to pass it here. Deep pass down into the end zone, and that one falls incomplete, no good. They were kind of in no man's land there, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And the Plowboys come back onto the field.
Ball goes over on downs.
It's going to be the 8th possession now for Roscoe. Last two possessions for either team both resulted in punts, so that's how we started things off here. In the first part of this second half, if that's not confusing. 10:33 to go in the third quarter. The Tigers lead 28-0. And the Plowboys going to take over here on downs. Trying to see where they'll spot that ball. It should be where they last had it over. The chain gang hasn't moved yet. And now they finally move. And they're going to spot the ball at the 32-yard line. So that's where the Plowboys will take over on downs at their own 32. Ball in between the hash marks. First down and 10, quarterback and shotgun. And they may call a false start here as Williams tried to get it off. And they are going to call a false start, and that will set the Plowboys back 5 more. It'll be first down and 15.
False start against the Plowboys.
They move the ball back to the 21, 22, or 26, 27 yard line. Right in between the marks. Right at 10 minutes. Tigers lead 28-0 here, but it's first down at 15 for the Plowboys. Williams in at shotgun. 2 receivers to either side, has a back offset to his right. Williams hands off. Actually, he's going to roll over to the right side. Passes. Has a man across the 40-yard line. And still on his feet, tight roping that sideline, and he's going to get the second effort there for
Nate Jackson.
should be for the first down. There's Nate Jackson on the tightrope, able to bring it down near the 43-yard line or so. We'll see where they mark it at, but it did appear at first to be enough for the first down. The official over here on the near side saying, come on, guys, it's not, don't believe it's first down yet. They marked the ball at the 41-yard line, so a nice pickup there. I think there's some confusion. And they will mark it as a first down, so a little bit of confusion there on the field. Finally get things set up. And Williams back in at shotgun on first down, just over 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 2 receivers to either side, has a back offset to his left. Man in motion is Nate Jackson. Hands off to Jackson. Jackson immediately stopped on the play there on the initial hit. Joe Garza coming in. And he'll be stopped for a loss there in the backfield. Ball resting at the 36-yard line on second down and long. Refugio Vera, the 94 alum, making his way off the field, getting a breather. Lining up on the far side, Zach Gutierrez. Alongside Nate Jackson. And on the near side, it should be Mickey Villanueva alongside Michael Hernandez. And Williams going to be in at shotgun. So 2 receivers again to either side, has a back offset to his right. Williams stepping back. Looking to pass here. Another flag out on the play. Williams on the near side, still running, and a head-on collision. And luckily, both players getting up. Unbelievable hit on the play by Jeremy Torres, and luckily, both players able to get up. There is a flag on the play, though, and it's going to be, appears to be against the Tigers.
Holding against the Plowboys.
Actually, no, it's a holding against the Plowboys. Beg your pardon. The official at first pointed in the direction of the Tigers, but it is holding against the Plowboys, and that's going to set them back even more. So penalty starting to become a factor here now for the Plowboys. And we'll replay second down now. Again, it's second down and a mile. They got to get all the way to the Snyder 48-yard line, and that ball is all the way back to the 24-yard line. So they got a ways to go. 7:50 to go in the third quarter. The Tigers lead 28-0. Williams in at shotgun. Has Brown offset at his back to his left. 2 receivers to either side. And he's going to hand off to his back and immediately stopped and smothered by some Tigers for no gain on the play.
Carry brought down by Joshua Sandoval.
Going back to some of that all gridiron team, Chase LeBlanc from Merkel, Quentin Joseph from East Chambers, Chad Miles from Hayes, Dallas Lyons from Abilene, Tim Mitchell, Hardin Jefferson, they play in a few weeks, Derek Bean from Jasper, Keontre Smith, Stanford, Stephen Steed from Silsby, Kendron Seastrung from Orangefield, Fred Lyons from Hayes. We'll get to some more here as action continues back. Pass out on the near side, caught, big hit, still on his feet, the big man trying to pick up more yards as he goes around. A nice yards after the catch there by Mickey Villanueva.
Mickey Villanova with a catch.
Kind of going back to some of those other all gridiron teams.
Picks up a few. Still gonna
Joe
be
Stevenson
fourth
from
down.
Orangefield, Ross Bro from Elgin, Schuler Anderson, Smithville. That's on the all gridiron team. And another host of names here. Quarterback Ja'Cory McQueen from Jasper. Brandon Akapunku from Georgetown. Eric Walker Granger. They played last week. Georgetown did as well. Chris Spikes, Jasper. Brandon Seeley from Abilene. Christian Myers, Haskell. Brian Hamilton, Dripping Springs. Get back to some more here in a minute. 4th down and long. And they're going to have to go for it here. Williams stepping back, scanning the field. Going to have to heave one way down the field around the 40-yard line. It's caught, but it's caught out of bounds by Jackson, and that should be a turnover on downs. And it will be Snyder football.
Great catch, just barely out of bounds.
And they'll get it over in great field position here for their 7th possession of the game. They will take over for the 2nd time in this half in Roscoe territory on the Roscoe 32-yard line. Roscoe able to pick up a 1st down on that possession, but penalties marred them. Holding penalties moved him all the way back, and they had a long shot to get that 1st down. Unfortunately, not able to complete it. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. And the Tigers trying to put more damage on the board. Here, the ball at the 32-yard line of the Plowboys. Quarterback under center, 2 backs behind him. Going to hand off to one of his backs, running on the near side, still has room to run, crossing over the 20, lowering his shoulder, picking up yardage as he goes. Another great run by Manuel Sandoval. And another 1st down run inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. The clock running below 5:30 now in the 3rd quarter. Maxfield under center in the pistol. Hands off to his back. Dancing around on the far side. Nice footwork by Tavares Brandon as he eats up 5 more yards. Maybe 4, call it down to the 15-yard line.
Tackle made by Mickey Villanova.
As you heard Chris just say there, nice tackle by Mickey Villanova. Aaron De Hoyos heads over to the sideline for Plowboys. The ball on the far side hash mark at the 15-yard line. 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down to the right. Maxfield under center as his guys line up in the pistol, bouncing around. The ball comes out at the end, but they already whistled the play dead as Sandoval was already down, and Sandoval's going to be stopped for no gain on the play. That ball's still at the 15-yard line. Clock at 4 minutes. Again, the Tigers lead 28-0. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 here for the Snyder Tigers alumni. Under center. This time the draw over to his back and stopped again for maybe a gain of 1. It was Johnny Vasquez on the carry.
Johnny Vasquez takes it up the middle. Short gain.
And they do call a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that should bring up 4th down. I think they've changed it yet. They're still showing 3rd down on the far side. Ball just inside the 15-yard line on the near side. And lining up on the far side receiver is number 7, Manny Aparicio. 2 receivers up top. Burris up there with him. 1 receiver down to the right. 4th down. Shotgun. Stepping back. Maxfield over center. Too high. No good. Incomplete pass. Intended receiver may have been Burris on that. It's going to be a turnover on downs with 2:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Snyder Tigers leading 28-0. So both teams emulating each other here in the 2nd half, as the first 2 possessions for either team turned out to be punts, and then the second 2 possessions for either team turned out to be turnover on downs. And so this will be the 9th drive for the Roscoe Plowboys. That ball on the near side hash mark, they're going to take over here on their own 19-yard line. So hopefully the Plowboys here can put some points up on the board. They've got a ways to go, though. 81 yards to get into the end zone. Again, thanks for joining us here on Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. This game coming to you from beautiful Snyder, Texas at the Snyder ISD Athletic Field. Ball on the near side hash mark as the Plowboys take over here after turnover on downs on their own 19-yard line. Williams in its shotgun. 2 receivers down on the near side, 2 up top. Williams going to step back, scanning the field, pressure. Rolling over to the right side. And he finally launches it around the 50-yard line, and it's intercepted at the 46, 7-yard line, call it. An interception there on the play by number 15, Joel Tarrin. And so Snyder, after the interception, it's their second one of the game. They'll take over back in Plowboy territory on the Plowboys' 47-yard line. .229 to go in the third quarter. The Tigers back with the ball on the far side of hash mark. Unfortunately, the Plowboys have not been able to get any points on the board here in this ball game. It's been a tough night for them here on their alumni football game. Maxfield under center. 2 backs up, 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down on the near side. And the pistol, gonna roll over. Still looking, down across the 40-yard line, has his man, it's caught, and dancing around. A nice catch and grab there, yards after the catch as well. A big pickup on the play by Johnny Vasquez. We've called his name several times tonight, and Johnny Vasquez brings it all the way up to the 28-yard line. Another big pickup there by Vasquez and the Snyder Tigers alumni. That ball is going to be resting on the near side hash mark again on the 28-yard line.
Oh,
1:54 to go in the third quarter. We've still got 15 minutes to play after this in the fourth, so this game's not over yet. Tight formation here. Actually, 2 receivers are going to be up top to the left, 1 receiver down to the right. Maxfield under center. Going to roll out here, looking to pass, and instead he's going to keep it. And he is stopped back behind the line. He's going to lose about a yard on the play. There is a flag on the field, though, around the 32-yard line. Waiting to see what that call is on the field. May have been a hold against the offense, and that appears to be what it is. They're going to move that one back 10 yards down to the 42. Third quarter seems to be moving slowly here in Snyder, Texas. Beautiful night. The lights are out. We'll call it Saturday night lights here. You can see all the lights from around Snyder, Texas, and also all the windmills out there that are producing energy here in West Texas. Ball on the far side, hash mark, 42-yard line, first down and 20. Maxfield stepping back. Now on the near side, he's going to keep it. Dancing around. Got some Johnny Manziel moves out there. Spinning around, still on his feet, and he's finally plowed down right there by a plowboy. Number 33 coming up with a big tackle. It was Mickey Villanueva there with the big tackle, but not before Maxfield picks up some big chunks of yardage back up to the 32-yard line. Again, this possession started out on the 49-yard line of the Plowboys for the Snyder Tigers. They had that first down and then got set back by penalties. Breaking out a huddle here, the ball on the near side hash mark, resting at the 32. Maxfield in shotgun this time. Two receivers up top, high snap. Maxfield scanning, throwing down around the 20-yard line, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Intended receiver on the play was Joel Tarrin, and that will bring up, should be third down and long, I believe, for the Tigers. Clock stopped at 29 seconds. The Tigers trying to get back into the end zone here. Again, that ball resting on the 32-yard line. The official blows a whistle. But on that incomplete pass, the clock will sit at 29 seconds. Breaking out a huddle here. Maxfield in its shotgun. Two receivers up top. Instead, he's going to hand off on the misdirection to his back. Still dancing around on the far side. And almost in first down territory. Gets it up to the 21-yard line. A nice run right there on the play. I believe it was number 28, Tavares Brandon. He's a 2001 alum. Gets it all the way up to the 21-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down and manageable here. And they're probably going to let the quarter end as the clock runs down. We'll shift sides here. And when we come back, that'll be the end of the third quarter. When we come back, the Tigers driving on the fourth quarter here. We'll be right back after this.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
Back in action here, just about to tip things off for the beginning of the fourth quarter, where the Snyder Tigers lead this contest 28-0 over the Roscoe Plowboys. It's really been a game of that second quarter. We haven't had any scoring in the third quarter. The second quarter is where really all the action took place. There was a touchdown on that 60-yard reception of Burris in the first quarter for the Snyder Tigers, but then other than that, it was all in the second quarter. A block punt returned for a touchdown, and then two other touchdowns by the Tigers, and that's where they lead 28-0 here. 15 minutes to go, just about to get underway in the fourth quarter. Again, thanks for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports from Snyder, Texas this evening, just after 8 o'clock here on a beautiful Saturday, March the 12th. Temperature has cooled way off after that sun went down. Earlier was in the 60s. It's now 58 degrees, and the wind back up to 12 miles an hour. It died down a little bit earlier, but now back up and blowing here, but right now in the favor. It's going to be fourth down and short here for Snyder. Maxfield trying to pick up the first down, dancing his way around, and the Plowboys plowing their way down, stopping him in his tracks. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Nice job by that Plowboy defense.
Down by Mickey Villanova and Anthony Castor Sr.
So Roscoe will take over on their own 26 26-yard line. They actually have them marked at the 27, so they'll take over on their own 27-yard line. Their 10th drive of this ball game. It's the 4th drive here of the second half. They have not been able to get it in the end zone. I don't even believe they've been in the red zone yet this evening. It's been a tough night here for the Plowboys, but they're still trying to get out there and put some points on the board. The ball in between the hash marks. Williams in its shotgun. 2 receivers to either side, has a back offset. Williams passing quickly over to the near side, over the far side. It's caught, but he's going to be leveled immediately by a host of Tigers on the reception. It was Anthony Castor Jr., and he maybe picks up 1 on the play.
Your class of 2006 brings the timber and drops him where he stood.
Again, just underway here in the 4th quarter at 14 minutes to go in the ball game. The Tigers lead 28-0. The ball on the far side hash mark, resting at the 28-yard line. Williams in shotgun. Castor Jr. lines up on the far side. 2 receivers down to the near side. One of them, Zach Gutierrez. This time he's going to hand off over to Nate Jackson. Action Jackson trying to put in his clockwork, and he'll bring it up to the 31-yard line. Maybe they'll call it the 32.
Jim Watts, like a ping pong ball, getting tossed around through the middle, picks up a few yards, brings up 3rd down and about 5.
Third down and 5 here for the Plowboys. Trying to convert here, get a first down, and put some points on the board. 13 minutes to go. They're down 28-0. On the far side of hash mark, Williams in its shotgun, joined by Nate Jackson as his back offset to the left. 2 receivers to either side. Williams stepping back, going to pass here. Over to the far side, has his man at the 40. First down. Nice play right there by the Plowboys. A great pass into the hands of number 12, Anthony Castor Jr. on the far side.
Good enough for a Plowboy first down.
That'll be enough for a Plowboy first down. So they do convert. They keep the chains moving, and the clock's ticking, though. 12:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. Williams in a shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Again, has Nate Jackson offset as his back to the left. He's going to hand off to Jackson. Jackson trying to break around a defender, and he cannot. A nice tackle there on the ankles. A great job coming in was number 42, Joshua Sandoval, making the stop.
With the carry. Tracked down by Joshua Sandoval real quick for a loss on the play.
The ball resting on the near side hash mark at the 37-yard line. Just under 12 minutes to go in the ball game. The Tigers lead 28-0. Coming off the field for the Tigers, number 71, Adrian Alvarez. Williams lines up in shotgun here again. Jackson offset as his back to the left. Same formation, 2 receivers to either side. Williams stepping back, scanning the field. Throws it across the 50-yard line, has his receiver caught. Another first down. Another big catch right there. That one into the hands of Zach Gutierrez. And that one's going to be down to the 46-yard line into Snyder territory. So the Plowboys finally in a little bit of rhythm here with 11 minutes to go in the ball game, showing some life, trying to get on the board. Here's some folks in the crowd saying, "Don't give up." Plowboys played excellent defense here in the second half, not allowing Snyder to score at all in the 3rd quarter. Nice step up to the ball here. Williams in shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. This time a man in motion. The direct snap over to that man in motion. They're going to whistle it dead, though. Anthony Castor Jr. had it. And they're going to call a false start against the Plowboys. Unfortunate there. A nice trick play as Castor had it on the direct snap, but that's going to set them back 5, and it'll bring up first down and 15. Once again, penalties hurting a drive here because they had some life, and now a penalty take a little bit of wind out of them. Hopefully they can overcome it, and the Plowboys can try to get another first down here. They've got a ways to go, though. First down and 15. They've got to get all the way down to the 37-yard line in Snyder territory. They're backed up in their own territory now. This time, going to be a fake handoff over to Castor, and instead they hand off to Nate Jackson, and Snyder not buying it, and he's going to be stopped on the play for a loss of 1.
Nate Jackson with the carry, tackled by Joe Churchill.
Actually, it may be a loss of 3 or 4 on the play. They're going to step him all the way back to the 47-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Plowboys line up here on the near side is Zach Gutierrez. 2 receivers down, 2 up top. One of them up top is Toby Presley. Williams in its shotgun. Scanning the field, looking. Trying to find a receiver. Now he throws it down across the 30, and it is caught. Another big catch for another first down. Coming up with the ball, it was Zach Gutierrez. What a catch by Zach. And he catches that ball at the 26-yard line and keeps this possession alive. Great job right there by Mr. Gutierrez. He has been instrumental on this drive for the Plowboys. Got to wonder if they would have went to this passing game earlier. This could be a lot different score. Just over 9 minutes to go in the ball game now. The ball resting on the near side hash mark at the 26-yard line. Williams at shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Now a man in motion, the handoff. Actually, Williams is going to keep it. He's going to be sacked for a loss.
Joshua Sandoval blows it up in the backfield.
Again, as George said at halftime, a nice turnout here for this alumni football game. Quite a few folks made their way into the stadium. The home team, Snyder Tigers. They're running the clock here with 8:27 to go. Second down and long here for the Roscoe Plowboys. Williams in his shotgun again, scanning the field, and he's going to pass over across the 20. Has a man bouncing around inside the 20. Nice catch right there by number 12 into the hands of Anthony Castor Jr. We've called his name a few times on this drive, and he gets it into the red zone right at the 20-yard line. 7:47 to go, clock running. And they're actually going to call him a yard out of the red zone at the 21-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 here for the Roscoe Plowboys. Ball resting on that far side hash mark, breaking out of the huddle. Williams in his shotgun. He's going to have Nate Jackson offset at his back. 2 receivers to either side. Stepping back, looking to pass, and it's going to be another false start. That's going to set him back 5, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Tough break again for the Plowboys here as they've had a drive that has been alive, but the penalties have been hurting them. Luckily, they've been able to convert on it. This one here, 3rd down and 10 now. That's going to set them back to the 26-yard line. They break out a huddle. Williams in a shotgun, 2 receivers either side. Still running the same formation here. They try to change up things in the backfield a little bit, though. Jackson is still there. This time he's offset to the right. Williams looking to pass. Scanning around, diving through defenders, and he's going to be brought down for a sack. Big loss on the play. They're going to throw him back about 7 yards.
Nick Salazar in on the sack.
Tough break here for the Plowboys. They're going to go for it here with 6:45 to go, clock running. And the ball now sitting on that far side hash mark around the 33-yard line. Got to wonder if we'll see Martin Zambrano with the ball again. He's running back there, number 22. Or he played running back on one play, I believe. Zambrano lines up as receiver on the near side. 2 receivers back up top. This time it's going to be Jackson. Actually, empty back set. Trips this time up to the left. On 4th down, Williams trying to make something happen here on this play. Being chased. Looking. Williams sacked. Unfortunate break for Williams as they line up with an empty backfield, and he's sacked all the way back outside the 45-yard line. It's going to be a turnover on downs for the Plowboys.
Lost by Lars Brandon.
Well, a tough night here for
Ball will go.
Roscoe
on downs to the
continues.
Snyder Tigers.
They just have not been able to play against this tough defense out of the hands of the Tigers. But again, give Roscoe credit. They have played great defense here in the second half. 6:01 to go in a ball game. The Tigers take back over on downs. This will be their 9th drive of the night. And they'll start it from their own 45-yard line, so not bad field position here. Look for a lot of running as we go through the rest of this one, unless they're just trying to have fun out there and see what they can do. But I would suspect a lot of running here to run this clock out. Maxfield under center. And he does hand off to his back on the right side. Going to be dropped down maybe for a half a yard on the play. And it was Manuel Sandoval with the carry.
Down by number 25, Robert Halsey.
You just heard Chris say there, Robert Lapolzi bringing him down. So nice job again by that Roscoe defense. Ball sitting in between the 45 and the 46-yard line. The action from right to left. Lining up his receiver on the near side is Anthony Aparicio. We've called him several times tonight up top. 2 receivers. We're going to call it actually trips up top to the right. 1 receiver down to the left. Look for the pass here actually. Scanning, looking around, throwing. Going to go deep all the way down the field. Down into the near the end zone, and that one's going to fall incomplete. No good. The intended receiver was Burris.
Pass falls incomplete.
And that'll stop the clock at 4:59 on 3rd down and 10. The ball in between the hash marks, resting at the 45-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Maxfield in the backfield, looking to pass here, dancing around, still on his feet, and he loses the ball. The ball is on the ground, and running it back is Roscoe. They're going to go in and score. What a play right there by number 6. Coming all the way back down was Jared Villanueva. After Maxfield puts it on the ground, and finally the defense able to score for Roscoe, they go in. A big run back all the way from the 45-yard line, a 45-yard touchdown, but there is a flag around the 30-yard line. It's going to be a face mask, and it will be declined, and it will be 6 points for Roscoe. We'll call that one around the 35, so we'll call it a 35-yard run back. Maxfield has been playing phenomenal, except that play right there. He does have an interception, but that fumble returned all the way down by Jared Villanueva. On a 35-yard TD fumble return. Great job by Villanueva. Hope we were able to get that one on camera there as we were shooting for it. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here with 4:39 to go in the ball game. A Over on the far side, trying to drive in, and Justin Brown is going to be stopped. The two-point conversion, no good.
No good.
So on the 9th drive of the night for the Snyder Tigers, Maxfield puts the ball on the ground at around the 35-yard line. It was a 35-yard touchdown fumble return by Villanueva for the Roscoe Plowboys, and that's their only score so far in the night. 4:39 to go in the ball game. The Tigers lead 28-6, and look for the onside kick coming up here by the Roscoe Plowboys. Just about to get things back underway here. 4:39 to go. Again, the Tigers lead 28-6. We're closing in on the final moments of this ball game after that fumble there by Maxfield on a 35-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Villanueva, and that's the points there for the Plowboys in the ball game. Again, set to kick here. Look for the onside kick. They switch things up a little bit. And a ball falls off. They're going to have to get someone to go out there and hold it for them. They finally bring out the kicking tee. Long time in between the touchdown and the kick here. Now they have the ball set up on the tee. Set to kick off for the Plowboys is number 53, Jorge Cancino. Puts up his hand, and the kick is going to be a deep kick. They opt not to kick the onside kick. It's going to be fielded just outside the 20-yard line. And Snyder still on their feet, trying to run around and pull down around the 25-yard line.
Mickey Villanova
It was
with the
Mickey
tackle.
Villanova with the tackle there.
And there is Laundry on the field.
We do have a flag on the field, as you just heard Chris say there, and it's going to be
Holding
against Snyder. It's going to be a holding penalty. That'll set him back. .434 to go in a ball game. Again, the Tigers lead 28-6. Thanks for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. Ball is going to be all the way back at the 15-yard line, so that's where Snyder's going to take over on their 10th possession of the ball game. On their own 15-yard line. They're just kind of letting this fourth quarter drag on here a little bit. They need to get the game in motion. Ball at the 15 in between the hash marks. Maxfield in it, shotgun. Two receivers up top to the right, one down to the left. Maxfield has two backs to either side of him. He's going to hand off to his back on the right side, still bouncing around and trying to gain yardage. They're going to give him forward progress, but not able to go anywhere with it. Great job again by that Plowboy defense. The runner there was number 31, Danny Gunderson. He's actually played receiver as well tonight.
Mickey Villanova blows up the play in the backfield.
Clock under 4 minutes now to go in the ball game. The ball on the 8-yard line on the far hash mark. Of course, the Snyder Tigers in no rush here. Maxfield this time under center. One receiver, two receivers actually up top to the right, one down to the left. And Maxfield on the keeper, finds a hole, still on his feet. And he's going to break through and gain a few on the play. A nice run right there by Maxfield on the quarterback keeper.
Takes it for about 5 yards.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and long here for the Snyder Tigers. Clock now below 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Again, thanks for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football here on this beautiful Saturday, March the 12th. Almost 8:30 p.m. Central Time in Snyder, Texas. We've said it several times tonight, but again, thanks to the fine folks at Snyder ISD for allowing Gridiron Glory to be here tonight, this alumni football game. Maxfield lines up in shotgun, trips down to the left, one receiver up top to the right. He has a back offset to his right. And a fumble on the snap, and Maxfield picks it up. Maxfield going to try to make something out of nothing, and he'll be tackled in the backfield. A loss of a couple on the play. The clock ticking near 2 minutes now. It'll be 4th down for the Tigers. So they should punt the ball here. Set back to receive for the Plowboys is number 3, Nate Jackson. Maxfield comes off the field for the Snyder Tigers. That should probably be the last time we see him this evening. The clock below 10 minutes now at 1:50. High snap, the punt is up and away, almost blocked. It's going to sell right around the 45 and takes a Tiger bounce to the 45, crossing over the 50-yard line, still on his feet on the near side. Has room to run. Still going across the 20, shaking a few defenders. Nice juke move there by Jackson. In action, Jackson able to bring that ball down inside the 20-yard line. Great return by Jackson. A little bit of life still left in him as well.
By Morris Brandon.
Plowboys will take over after the punt and the big return right there by Jackson on the Snyder 18-yard line. So they're going to try to put this one in here. 1:14 to go in the ball game. And they're still trying to put a few points on the board here. They avoided the shutout after that fumble return earlier, a 35-yard fumble return by Villanueva after Maxfield put it on the ground. So the defense able to come up with the only points here for the Plowboys. They did avoid the shutout. And with 1:14 to go, they're inside the red zone. They've got 18 yards to the end zone. Hoping the offense here can put one in. Williams and the Plowboys break out of their huddle with 1:14 to go. Brown is his back offset to the right, two receivers to either side. Williams standing around the 24-yard line in shotgun. Steps back looking to pass here. Rolling over, now scans back over the left side, pump fakes. Still over. Nice little pitch move over to Jones still, and he gets upended around the 20-yard line. And Brown there with the catch.
Justin Brown with the reception, but got nowhere. Joshua Sandoval.
And they're actually going to give him a 2-yard loss on the play. Clock running below 52 seconds here, and now they call a timeout. 48 seconds to go in the ball game, and the Plowboys trying to put some more on the field. 48 seconds to go. The Plowboys trying to put one in the end zone here on 2nd down and 12. Williams in shotgun. Brown offset to his back. Williams looking to pass here, scanning the field, has a lot of room. Now he's hesitating. Flag on the play. Williams is going to run with it. Hops over a man around the 10-yard line. It may come back, though, as there may have been a hold on the play. It looked like it from up here. We'll wait to see the official call from the officials. It is a hold against the Plowboys. Another tough break for them with 38 seconds to go in the ball game. Again, we'll try to run down to the field and get a MVP of the game at the end of this one.
Remember to stay after the ball game for the notification of the player of the game from both sides of the ball, plus the most valuable player of the game.
Second down here. New quarterback in for the Plowboys, and he gets tackled. Jared Villanueva.
Joshua Sandoval.
Clock below 27 seconds now. They're going to whistle it dead.
Timeout taken by the Plowboys.
There'll be a timeout here by the Plowboys with 27 seconds to go. This one just about over here with 22 seconds to go. It's going to be 4th down, final play here for the Plowboys. Botch snap there by Villanueva, able to pick it up. Low snap, throws it over, and his receiver is hit. There should have been a flag on the play, and there is. He was hit before the ball comes in, so that's going to give another play and another fresh set of first downs there as Nate Jackson got hit on the play.
Couple of hankies on the field. Pass interference called against the Tigers. It's going to be automatic first down.
That ball sitting around the 10-yard line now as the Plowboys trying to put it in the end zone. 15 seconds to go. Villanova Villanueva still in at quarterback, lines up in shotgun, trips up top to the left, scanning to the left side, and now he is just going to get sacked around the 20-yard line, plowing their way in. For the big loss there was Aaron DeHoyas, and
Johnny Vasquez with the sack.
they're going to blow it dead with 5 seconds to go. See Joel down there dumping out the ice. I don't think anybody wants to get an ice bath today when it's this little chilly out here this evening. And again, there will be some silence up here as I'm running solo tonight. After this ball game, I'm going to run down and get an interview with the MVP. You'll hear that announcement of who that MVP is in a little bit, but again, 5 seconds to go. Last chance here for the Plowboys to get it into the end zone. Quarterback stepping back, and he is going to fall, and that'll do it. The Snyder Tigers alumni defeat the Roscoe Plowboys alumni 28-6. The MVP of the game for the Snyder Tigers
Please stick around.
is going to be number 42, Joshua Sandoval.
And the recognition of the player of the game for Roscoe and the player of the game for Snyder as well.
And so, again, we're going to send it down to the field in a little bit. I'll be down there, so hopefully you'll be able to see me. And we'll leave it up here. So, again, stick around for that. I'll have an interview in a few moments with Sandoval here on SHN Sports. Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports.
As you just heard moments ago, Joshua Sandoval named the MVP. We'll get an interview with him in just a few moments, right around the 50-yard line. And we're just waiting for the Snyder Alumni Tigers here to have a little team moment. Just heard them break huddle here. What a great game by the Snyder Tigers. Josh Snyder, Rob here from SHN Sports. There's a camera right up over there and right under the E, so it's up there by itself, but we got you on tonight, brother. Hey, man, 15 tackles, as Chris said tonight, 2 sacks. Man, y'all's defense was lights out. You know, that second quarter, things really came alive. What's it like getting out here playing on the gridiron, man?
It's awesome, man. Snyder's always been known for their defense, December defense. That's how we see it as. We try to get our shutouts and everything, and we just play all out and everything. Just do the best, play with heart. That's all we ask for.
And, Josh, what year were you again?
2012.
2012. So you still got some young legs out here, man. What's it like playing against some of these guys that are the class of 93, man?
It's pretty fun and everything because they have experience as well as I do and everything, and it's pretty fun playing against the older generations and everything because I learn from them somehow or some way. I end up learning from them.
Josh, what's it like, man? You just mentioned some of it that you get to get out here and learn from others. But, man, what's it like getting out here on the gridiron and playing football, especially on this night? A 4A school, what a beautiful field, man. What's it like being out here on the gridiron playing, man?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful and everything. Snyder has a great atmosphere, especially during football season and everything. These stands, they're always packed 100% and everything. There's never a game that there isn't a ticket not sold and everything. Everyone's always here, and everyone's supporting everyone. It's amazing. I mean, it's awesome to come back and get out here and play against other players.
Josh, 2 final questions, man. Were you expecting I don't think you probably were expecting the MVP, man, but you were definitely, I know it's a team effort, but tonight, what are your thoughts on winning the MVP, man?
I'm pretty excited about it. I ain't even going to lie about it. I mean, it's pretty fun. I mean, during my senior year, I was defensive MVP, so, I mean, I know I still have it in me, and trust me, I'm going to still play with all I have.
Awesome, Josh. Well, hey, final question, man. Up there for the camera, who do you want to send some love out to tonight?
My wife and my kids and everything. Hannah, I love you. And Cambry, JD, and James, I love y'all too. And I'm going to do whatever I can to provide for y'all. Love y'all.
Awesome, man. Well, there you hear it from the man right here, the MVP, Mr. Joshua Sandoval. Again, Josh, heck of a game, buddy. Good to be here. I made the 4-hour journey to see you guys, man, and it's been a pleasure, brother. So God bless you, man. Y'all have a great night. Again, that's your MVP, Joshua Sandoval, everybody.
Rob Hipp here back in the broadcast booth. Hopefully we were able to hear that interview there with Josh Sandoval again, the MVP. For the Tigers, again, the Snyder Tigers alumni victorious tonight over the Roscoe Plowboys, 28-6. And we will catch you next time here on Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, presented by SHN Sports.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.